So chapter number 6, accounting equation and principles. These I will revise. Some of the very important principles which I would like to revise for you. And if you want some principle to be explained again, you can also ask. Okay, you are free to ask after raising your hand. So this principle I would like to ask again. Okay, first of the principle is very important, business entity principle or concept, business entity concept. It is chapter number 3. It is chapter number 3, business entity concept. Sahiba, anything?
Yes, sir.
Business entity concept. You remember something?
Hello. Cannot be having a
Don't remember. Okay, I will explain you. Business entity principle means that business is a separate legal entity which is separate and distinct from its owners. Businessman and business are treated separate. Businessman is also considered a creditor for the firm. A creditor. Businessman is also a liability of the firm. Whatever businessman has invested in the business is a liability for the business. Business pays interest on it to the proprietor. Business जो है उस पे interest देता है proprietor को. Businessman is paid back interest. If he has invested 10 lakh rupees in the business, every year the interest will be paid back to him, and also the whole amount 10 lakh, the whole amount 10 lakh rupees which is invested by him in the business is treated as the liability. Capital is also a liability of the firm, right? And he is treated like any other creditor, right? He is also the liability for the business. Whenever he withdraws money from the business for his personal use, he is also charged for it. He is also charged interest on it. Who? The proprietor, the businessman. He is considered a separate entity, separate. He is a separate person and business is separate. Whenever there is some dispute with the business, we file a case against the business, not the businessman, right? So business is a separate legal entity which is separate, distinct from its owners. Number 2, money measurement concept. Important ones I am revising, and if you want you can ask any which you are not getting. Business, what did I say? Money measurement concept. Money measurement concept states that only those business transactions, and that too should be business transactions, will be recorded in the books of account which can be expressed in the terms of money, which can be measured in the terms of money. If you cannot measure any transaction in terms of money, it will not be recorded in the books of account. It will not be recorded in the books of account. It will not be recorded in the books of account means we measure transactions in quantitative terms, not on qualitative terms. The business transactions are measured in terms of money and we record them accordingly. Any transaction which you cannot measure in terms of money, it will not be recorded in the books of account. That is why the qualitative aspect of a person, the qualitative aspects are ignored, which is a limitation, which is a demerit of accounting, which is a demerit of accounting, that business does not recognize qualitative aspects, qualitative aspects, how honest a person is, right? How much sincere he is not no written anywhere, is not recorded. But any loss in terms of money will be recorded. Any profit in terms of money will be recorded. Any transaction involving you can say exchange of money will be recorded, but it should be also related to business, right? It should be related to business. Business की activity नहीं है, अगर it is not a business transaction, it will also not be recorded. You organize a party on your own personal expenses, it will not be recorded. It has to do nothing to do with the business, so it will not be recorded in the books of account. Anjali, are you getting? Anjali, are you getting? Okay. Asay, getting? Going concern concept. Going concern concept. Going concern. It is assumed that business will run for an infinite period of time. Business will run for an infinite period of time. Whenever either it is a sole proprietorship type of firm, partnership type of firm, or whatever. Whenever a business is started, it is, whenever a business is started, it is assumed that now the business will run for an infinite period. Business will continue to exist for a long period of time, right? The successors will run the business. The successors will follow the business, right? They will carry on the business. It is assumed that business will not cease or come to an end. It will continue to exist for a long period of time. Therefore, all the assets are purchased for business. Therefore, all the expenses are made. All the expenses are done, right? We purchase so many assets for the business. Just assuming that business will continue to exist even after us. Our successors will follow it. So it is a going concern concept. Business will be treated to be continuing for an infinite period of time. Then there is next concept, dual aspect. Dual, D-U-A-L. Anybody? Harshit, can you tell dual aspect? This is revision going on, and you have to also answer because these marks will be added. It is revision cum test. Ansika. Bataiye.
So when there is any transaction, the effect is on the both sides, in the credit side also and debit side also.
Dual aspect or dual concept, double entry system is related to it only, which states that every business transaction at least affects two accounts. Every business transaction affects at least two accounts. One is debited and the other one is credited. Minimum two accounts will be affected whenever a business transaction takes place. Whenever a business transaction takes place, minimum 2 accounts are affected, though it can affect more, but with the same amount, debit and credit. One account will be debited, another account will be credited. It is known as dual aspect. If a business transaction does not affect minimum 2 account, it is not a business transaction then. When we purchase furniture for cash, we will not only record furniture coming into the business, but we will also record cash going away from the business. We will record it furniture account debit to cash account. 2 accounts are affected. We cannot ignore any account. We have to include the account which are involved in the business transaction. Okay, that is why it is known as double entry system, dual aspect. Every business transaction will affect minimum 2 accounts, at least 2 accounts. You know very well, it can affect more accounts also. That is called a compound entry, where there are more than 2 debits or 2 credits. Then next one is anybody want to ask anything? Any concept, any principle? Very important one is principle of conservatism. Principle of conservatism or principle of prudence. Arjun, do you remember? Principle of conservatism or prudence? Conservatism or prudence? Don't remember? Tamanna, Ansika Bhatia, do you remember? Principle of conservatism or prudence? Don't remember, I think. Principle of conservatism or prudence states that all the anticipated losses or expenses are recorded in the books of account, are taken into account, but all the anticipated means yet to occur or happen in future. We anticipate, it's an idea that in near future we are going to have or suffer this loss. We are going to suffer because of any reason this particular financial loss, monetary loss. So we should record it. It is a policy of playing safe. It is a policy of keeping your business safe from adverse situations and conditions. All the anticipated losses will be recorded in the books of account, but all anticipated profits or gains, income in the business, they are ignored unless and until they actually happen. किसी ने आपको कहा कि next month I shall pay you 5,000 rupees. I will. So you just, if you start writing it just now and he does not pay you next month, that is against the principle of conservatism. Principle of conservatism is to keep ourselves in such a position that we are always in a positive mode, always in a driver's seat, not in the back seat. We should be able to face all type of problems. Therefore, to keep our business safe, we record all the expenses or losses. Anticipated losses are recorded in the business, but all anticipated profits are ignored unless and until they occur. Hasan, are you getting? For example, if I go out today, suppose I am going out to market, and because the weather is little, cloudy, I think I should take an umbrella, because if I take umbrella and it rains, at least I will be saved. But I am thinking that it will not rain, it might not be so cloudy, and the sun is there. Leave it, forget it. I am not making preparations for it, and I go out and it rains. Keeping ourselves safe means we should presume all the anticipated losses in advance or expenses in advance, and make proper considerations for them. ताकि अगर वो event हो, we have already prepared for it. If it does not rain, well and good, no problem. I will come back with the umbrella. But if it rains, I have already made provisions for it. I have already made myself ready for it. That is called principle of conservatism. Anybody else want to ask any other? There is one more an important one. Anybody else? You want any other principle to be explained, concept?
Sir, what is matching concept?
Matching concept. Very good. Ravi has asked, what is matching concept? Matching concept is related with revenue and expenses. Revenue and expenses. Revenue, whatever is received, what is recurring in nature, what is related to business, and what is regular. That is called revenue, receipt, inflow of cash. And expenses means whatever is spent. Expenses is whatever is spent to make sales or provide services. Now, revenue and expenses should be matched by the firm. Then only you will be able to calculate the net profit or net loss. Net profit or net loss. Suppose you organize a picnic and you are 5 friends. All 5 friends contribute 500 rupees. That is revenue for the picnic. Now, all the expenses of the picnic should be deducted from the revenue to actually know whether we are in profit or in loss. Loss in the sense whether we have overspent or whether we have done all the expenses in 2500. Now, suppose Arjun is also adding an expense of yesterday or the previous week. He is also adding in the expense of picnic. Then we will not be able to know the exact plus or minus of that particular event. So the matching concept states that the revenue should be matched with the expense of the same accounting period or same accounting time should be same, and the event or the particular transaction should be same. तभी आपका जो है एग्जैक्ट प्रॉफिट या लॉस जो है निकल के आ पाएगा. रेवेन्यू ऑफ द ईयर एंड उसमें से माइनस करेंगे एक्सपेंसेस ऑफ द ईयर. टोटल रेवेन्यू minus total expenses will be the profit or loss for the year. Anybody else? These are some of the important principles, concepts. और कोई एक है इसमें प्रिंसिपल ऑफ फुल डिस्क्लोजर. Principle of full disclosure. Today I will also send you the video of the chapter which I had taught you earlier. This same chapter जब हमने आपको पढ़ाया था उसकी वो भेज देंगे, उसमें से आप देख सकते हैं. अकाउंटिंग इक्वेशन also I will send you today the videos for the revision. Now till our exams are there, we will revise one chapter daily. We will revise one chapter daily. Okay, and you can watch the videos and prepare yourself for the exam. I hope everybody has prepared the email ID you must be having already, and you should learn to know, you should learn to make PDF files, because your test will be collected only in the PDF files. For a demo, you can click photograph of any question you have done and send me in the PDF format. Send me in the PDF format only. Your name, your class, section, subject should be mentioned everywhere on every page. If it is not clear to me, it belongs to whom, you will be at loss, because I will give 0 in that. It should be very, very clear. Your name in proper, जिसमें अच्छी तरीके से दिखाई दे रहा हो, and proper PDF format अच्छी तरीके से खींच के. Learn that. When you can learn so many things in mobile, this is also compulsory, mandatory for you to learn. Next one is principle of full disclosure. Full disclosure, disclose or reveal. What do you mean by disclose or reveal? Disclose means you have to give a fair and clear and transparent picture of your all business transactions, your accounting. It should be fair, transparent, and everything related to accounting, which is important, significant related to your business. All accounting, all the transactions should be disclosed to the interested parties, should be shown in the books of the account. Fair and clear presentation of account following all the principles, laws, rules. There should not be any, you should not hide any of the important information which the particular parties, interested parties which are related to us, our creditors, our suppliers, our investors, our customers, auditors, government authorities, income tax department, whatever information is important, significant, required by them, and which is important for them, right? If they do not know that information, they do not know about that particular thing, their decisions may have been different. So you have to disclose each and everything. This is principle of full disclosure. You will not hide any information which is important, significant, related to your business, and should be shared with the interested parties or users. Should be shared with interested parties or users. Sakshi, is it clear? Okay. Any other? Then the accounting equation. In accounting equation, you know the equation, assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. A question of 4 marks, 3 marks or 4 marks can be asked in the exam. एक क्वेश्चन होगा, 4-5 उसमें ट्रांजैक्शन होगी. You will have to solve, and you should do it very fast. Proper format, totaling after every transaction, and you have to prove that assets is equal to liabilities plus capital, because Accounting equation holds good in all circumstances. In all circumstances. Accounting equation after every transaction should be equal. That is why it is an equation. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. So you will have to prove after every transaction that particular treatment. You have to show the treatment of different transactions, how it will be done in the equation. So a question, tomorrow I will give you one question, comprehensive question of accounting equation so that you can practice. But in the accounting equation, you have to see that more and more transactions should be correct. More and more transactions should be correct. I will also send you the video related to accounting equation today, in which I have explained some of the important transactions related to accounting equation. I have explained some very important transactions which I thought should be explained to you. I have given in the in that video special transactions explained, and you can revise the chapter from there. If there are any doubts, you can ask in the next revision class. In accounting equation, some questions from your book also you can do for practice, practical questions. The bigger one, especially 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the good questions there. Practical questions number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Please note down. You can revise for your understanding. Very important questions, and comprehensive question I will give you. That also you can do. One question is sure to be asked in the exam related to accounting equation. Okay. That is all for today. Tomorrow we will revise business studies, one chapter, and business studies I will tell you what chapter we will revise so that you can also go through. We will revise chapter number 3, private, public and global enterprise tomorrow. Private, public and global enterprises tomorrow we will revise. Okay. And we will also I will also give you one question related to accounts. Anybody want to ask anything? Okay. So revise, be prepared for your exams now. Don't waste time and take very good care of yourselves. Thank you. God bless all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.